Have you ever think how your decisions influence other people, especially in social networks? Right now we have the power of social networks. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and right now we're spreading information every day. The question is, what happened to this information? How fast this information could reach to other people? Today, we're going to explore how, using exponential models, you can model a viral content. So basically, what we're going to do here is to get an equation that tells us what happens when you share content. For you to think if the content you share every day it's important for the growth of mankind or not. Okay? So I want you to start thinking of how many people see your content. Or how many people shared your content. Why am I asking you this? Because when you think about how many people see your content or how many people share your content, you can see that you can have a strong influence on what happens in the future. So we're going to take this information by assuming that you're going to have, let's say, 300 followers in any of your accounts. Let's say in Instagram or in Facebook or YouTube. Let's say you have 300 followers. And from these 300, you have around 15 people who watch your content every day, who are influenced by everything that you're saying. Influence in some way. I mean, when I say influence, I'm talking about people who's going to have your information and change their mind, or have your information and do something about it. For example, share your content. But we're going to assume that we're not like this kind of higher YouTubers and influencers who share some content and who share some memes and some stuff and people see it immediately. We're going to assume that from these 15 people, daily, in a daily basis, around 2 people share your content actively. So 2 people from these 300 followers share the information. And let's assume that these people are like you. They have 300 followers, 15 people, and 2 people share the content. So we're going to get 2 people who share our content, and they're going to share the content with other people, and from these other people, 2 people are going to share your content again and again and again and again. So we're going to model this using an exponential function. So basically, the graph or the table we have between time in days and number of people who shares the content will be kind of this. Okay, well, let's going to do an abbreviated table, because this is a channel about math, so let's do it a table, a decent table. Okay, so okay, not a perfect table, but a decent one. So, while I'm doing this table, why don't you think how would you feel this day? How would you feel? What would you put? Which numbers did you put here? Did you put maybe um, days? Okay, so in day 0, what's going to happen in day 1, in day 2, in day 3, etc. So if you think about it, during the first day, so at day 0, we just have one people. You're going to share the content. But after 1 day, 2 are going to share it, then 2 from these 2, so 4, then 8, so on, so forth. So we're doing a exponential trend whose common ratio is 2. So if you remember from the last video in which I spoke about exponential growth and exponential rules, so that function that expresses number of people and time, it will be just 1 times 2 to the tth power, with t when t is in days. So what we have here is that t people in t days, it will be 2 to the power of t. And we're going to do a transformation to get this graph into an exponential base. So what means an exponential base? So a e to the t bt power. So we're going to get base using the Euler's number, that is e. Okay, so the Euler's number is highly used in mathematics because when you have the derivative of the Euler's number, you're gonna get the same value, the same Euler's function. So that's a good part of the exponential number, and that's what we're going to use. And we're going to use this fact, the fact that e to the natural logarithm of a equals a. So a to the x power will be just e to the natural logarithm of a to the x power, and using properties of logarithms we can set this x to multiply, so we have a to the x power equals e to natural logarithm of a times x. So this function expressed using Euler's function will be e natural logarithm of 2 times time. Okay, so just to help you with the computing, we're going to calculate this result, just to approximate it. So we're going to use a calculator to get the natural logarithm of 2. So natural logarithm of 2, if you press on a calculator, some students says in or ln. No, don't say in or ln, that's not the appropriate way to say it. You say natural logarithm of 2, and I'm going to round it to 3 significant figures, 0.693. So what we have is 0.693. Okay, so we're going to write that our growth, it will be n, as a function of t, will be e to the 0.693 times t. Okay, if you reflect a little bit about this number that is here, it's pretty small, 0.1693 is small, it's not a number greater than 1, so maybe the spread is not as fast as you can. But let's imagine this. How long will it take your content to reach 8 million people? 8 million people is about a big city size population. Okay, so let's say that you're going to measure how long will it take your content to be reached by 8 million people using this factor of viralization, like 2 people that shared your content. So the equation that you need to solve will be n is going to be equal to 8 million, okay, or 8 times 10 to the 6th power. You know, so 8 times 10 to the 6th power equals e to the 0.693 times time. And the idea is, how would you solve this equation? How would you get time using this equation? Okay, maybe you know a little bit about exponential and logarithmic functions and you can tell me the answer. But if you don't know the answer, maybe you want to stay to see it. So in order to rid of the exponential, we can apply natural logarithm to both sides. Okay, and when we apply natural logarithm to both sides, what we're going to have is just natural logarithm of 8 million equal to the power 0.693 times. Okay, so this is what we have. And now this is just a linear equation. We just need to divide by 0.693, 0.693, and let's see what's the result we got. So the result we got after you share your content will be that the time is natural logarithm of 8 times 10 to the 6th power divided 0.693. Okay, so now it's time for you to use the calculator. So I'm going to get natural logarithm of 8 million divided 0.693. And my question for you is, why don't you guess? Why don't you guess? It will be a big number, it will be a small number, it will be a number that you think like, okay, it's a good number for me if I want to get my content viral, or it is not. Okay, so let's see what happened to the result. Okay, so natural logarithm of 8 million divided 0.693, it's going to be about, I don't believe it, you know, I don't believe it. I need to tell you that I don't believe the number I just got. I'm thinking that it could be higher, but it's not. The number is 22.93 days. So if we round it to days, it would be 23 days. Less than a month. Less than a month. So for example, if you share this video to 2 people, okay, if you watch this video and you like it and you share it to 2 people, okay, you don't share it to 2 people, you share it to all your organization of people, all your Facebook, all your YouTube. But if from these people 2 decided to share the content, in 23 days, it's highly probable that I will have 8 million visits, 8 million views, you know? It would be nice for me. So that will be the challenge. How do you get the influence of 2 people who share your content? And this is why you get viral content pretty quickly. Because there's a source that sends a meme, and the meme gets you fun, makes you laugh, or you think that it's true because it's go to some emotional factor you have. And after that, after you see this emotional fact, what you think is that this content is important to other people. So if you share it, then other people will share it and other people will share it, and in less than a month, many people, 8 million people, have been watched the viral content. And this is why it's so important, because mathematics is telling you, I want to show you again, mathematics is telling you that we need to be responsible with the content we share. We need to think of how we share the information. We shouldn't share all the information. We should share just information that is reliable. Okay, and if it's information that makes you laugh, nice. But when you share information that gets you emotional, please think of these 23 days. Because if you share it and you don't have the appropriate sources, you're sharing a lie in 23 days. In 23 days, 8 million people will buy a lie. And this is something we should need, or we need to be responsible. This is why I made this video. Because sometimes in any crisis or in any situation, we're tempted to share information without checking if the resource is the best one. But you just need to think that if you send a lie and you share a lie in your Facebook, in your YouTube, in your Instagram, it's highly probable that this lie will be shared with 8 million people in 23 days. 8 million people that may think that a lie is true because they trust in you, in your influence. Even that your influence is small, you can influence into people. So be careful about the content you share. This is the video of today. I hope you like it. I hope that you share it with all your people to see if we can spread it into more people, and share it again with 2 more people, and share it again, and we can see why we need to be responsible about how we use social media. See you in the next video. If you like it, like. If you want to share it, share. And remember that anytime you need me, you can see me in my tube, that is Google Film. Have a nice day. Bye bye.